Gloomy faces at Gbagi Villa. Governor El-Rufai's parting gift to them seems unpleasant. Several houses have been pulled down, with their owners left homeless, confused, and traumatized. Places of worship and schools were not spared either. The demolished buildings were tagged illegal structures because of residents' non-compliance with the government's special regularization program. Most of the houses affected are those closely built near the fence of the Kaduna State Polytechnic at Gbagi Villa community. Residents could be seen retrieving some of their belongings buried beneath the rubble.
We have gotten a land during Governor Yakuwa time. We got this land. We paid for the land. Kasubda gave us approval of the land. Later, we heard that El-Rufai say he would demolish Gbagi Villa. So, this is our land. Look at Poly. Look at the fence. We are not inside Poly. So we don't know. In fact, we don't actually know what is happening.
If the government have these personnel that they can send to Little Gbagi Villa to demolish Gbagi Villa, and then the kidnappers on the way, kidnapping people, bandits on the way, kidnapping people, they can't send such number. They send over 250 personnel to come and demolish Gbagi Villa. So we walked in here, then they couldn't allow us to come in. We stayed back, and then they started the demolition.
Ahmed Maji, a 72-year-old pensioner, is demanding compensation from the government. His house was pulled down too. He claims to have all the necessary documents required by the state government. But out of fear of being injured or shot at when the demolition team came around, he was not present to show his papers.
I'm a pensioner. I served the state government for 35 years. And I received my gratuity, and I took my gratuity and sank into this retirement house. And before I established the house, I got approval from Kasubda. Everything, my documents are there.
In 2022, the Kaduna State government had asked residents of the Gbagi Villa community to pay the sum of 20,000 naira for the special regularization program to regularize their stay on the land. But many did not comply until the deadline elapsed. Residents of the community claim there's a high court judgment in their favor, stopping the state government from carrying out any demolition.
Actually, we will not blame everyone. We will blame ourselves, and we have the government too to blame, because one, I know that the government gave us a window to pay 20,000 naira, and then so that you get a file in, you have a file in CADGIS, and then regularization process starts. Now, they brought this, and many people did not comply, and Malam is angry due to the fact that because a lot of people, bandits came into this community, and killed some people and then packed the family, about 2 or 3 families in the community. Then that resulted to some people leaving the community to go and stay somewhere. They ran, about 60% left. Even when the Kajis people were working here, they noticed it and they understood that many places nobody was staying. So now coming back in January, though they said that they will close the process by 31st December, then I've been begging them that please, there are people that wants to pay, they are coming. Then as at that time they closed, and a lot of people in January, more than 1,000 or 2, wants to pay. Now the government say no, they are blocked, they can't take anybody's document. And I was in the registry when they announced that nobody's document should be accepted from Gbagi Villa. So which means if you pay, it's as useless, it's as good as you didn't pay. Now we've been fighting, begging them, let this thing go, so that it's a government. I believe government is for people.
Arise News gathered that close to a dozen were killed and several injured during the demolition exercise as irate youths continued to resist the demolition. Luka Enoch, a traditional ruler in Gbagi community, sustained gunshot wounds. We met him on his hospital bed, and so far, 11 bullets have been removed from his body.
When they came the first time, we tried to stop them from demolition. They just did. But when they went back, what they do is what they told them to do. Yes, this is what they told them to do. Because if it is it's not a war, because we are not carrying anything. We are just peaceful demonstrators. No, we won't like it. We won't like it. They should stop. Bayonet bots. This is what was it? They shot about how many people? I'm not the only one. Many people sustained injury. Some died. So you can see that this is what they asked them to do. Many have failed it.
It's not yet clear if the sole reason for the demolition exercise is residents' failure to pay the 20,000 naira for the regularization program, or because their building are too close to the fence of the Kaduna State Polytechnic. However, the Kaduna State Property Development Agency, KAPSUDA, says illegal structures without proper documentation or encroachments on land were targeted for demolition. Many residents question the timing of the governor's decision to demolish houses just days before leaving office. For those whose buildings are still standing, the fear of demolition keeps them awake all nights. Nisi Gabriel, Arise News.